just so you know, it's good news because I was told it's going to happen in December, we get a month. But that is in addition to the 3.5 projected shortfall of Medicaid funding that we kind of expected to come. The inflection reversion is in addition to the million people.
Yes, sir. So right now, in essence, what happens is we have an estimated shortfall this biennium of around $3.5 billion. We're currently finalizing.
Plus the inflection point.
Plus the inflection point, so it depends on what
Can
happens.
you get the committee the cost of a new million in Medicaid population into perpetuity going forward?
Into perpetuity? Yes,
Well,
sir.
let me back up. Every 2 years, because that's the life cycle we have down here. What is the cost of that million people? Secondly, this one's probably for you, sir, LBB, the other guy. Your first name again, or? Edward.
Eduardo.
I want to be clear, a couple of things have come up in this, and I don't want to leave it. Senator Colcourse did a great job of getting it out there. I want to close the door on it. It is not safe to assume that the additional cost of the million created by Medicaid inflection point would be an allowable ARPA cost. If we create this bucket of money over here through this process that maybe has some discretion, I wouldn't think that this administration nor the federal government would allow us to fund the additional Medicaid cost with a derivative of an ARPA dollar.
So the only thing so what I can speak to is the interim final guidance specifically states that the state is prohibited from using those funds to pay a liability that was incurred prior to the pandemic. So if there is a tie to or trending that was occurring prior to the pandemic.
What I'm trying to get to is, Nate, let's don't create a false sense of security for money that we think might be able for the problem we got coming, because they're going to claw it back if we kick them off. That's what I believe. We're kind of kidding ourselves living in la-la land if you think they're going to let us kick a million people off and not claw back the money that we paid. That in lies why we're having all these conversations about federal dollars, right? There's always a little hook at the end or a clawback you didn't see coming. This is our clawback, possibly. But but my point is, it's fair to say we should not bank on a ARPA dollar derivative of pot of money reimbursed from to pay that problem.
Again, I apologize, but this is only the interim final rule, and
Right.
it is
I got
quite
you.
possible that will happen.
So, and I respect your answer because I understand the world you're dealing with.
Good deal.
Secondly, this $3 billion, I want to talk specifically, probably Chief Kidd in a minute. That's reimbursable. This is not state GR to start with. We're going to spend $3 billion, and then we're going to get $3 billion in federal dollars. So it's a neutral. It's a push. So the idea that we may come up with magical dollars to spend somewhere else as we want to is a false, because it's federal dollars coming in, federal dollars going out, and a new federal dollar pot to reimburse that federal dollar. It's only the feds could say, we're going to give you this, let you spend it, and we'll reimburse you for spending it. Am I missing something? We're not creating $3 billion of potential GR in the future. Is that right? Okay. I just want to make sure that I was on the same page.